What the heck happened?
Hold on.
Right.
Boom is rebooting.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try that again. You're listening to Standing in Fire. Welcome, everybody, to the only show that's being taped right now live in what is being called as the Cyclone Bomb. That's
Cyclone
right. We don't
Bomb.
in Colorado. We don't even call things blizzards because we just go out in blizzards. We don't even care, right? Tess, blizzard. Who cares about a blizzard?
Blizzard. I'll walk to the store. We're all good.
Yeah, screw that. But no, this is a cyclone bomb. That means you get your butt in the side. You don't go out in a cyclone bomb. What, are you crazy?
No.
That's nuts. You can't
Don't
do
do
it.
that.
You can't do it. That's right. Well, welcome everybody to the Standing in Fire podcast. I am Boom, and I am joined by Tess and Militus tonight. And we didn't even think we were going to have Tess tonight, but we have you, Tess.
Yeah, my show got canceled because of the cyclone bomb.
The cyclone bomb. Now, you know there's going to be 5 bands tomorrow. They're
Called
all going to be called
Cyclobomb?
Cyclone Bomb.
Hell,
There are people right now in Colorado that are going into their garages and they're like, dude, our band is going to be awesome. We're going to be called Cyclone
Can I play
Bomb.
the guitar?
Yeah, you can in the band Cyclone Bomb. You can.
Yeah. Cool.
It's going to be pretty fantastic when everybody when you go to the Battle of the Bands this summer in downtown Denver, and there's 6 cyclone bombs in a row. They just one after another, and they're like, "You stole my name," and they're, "No, you stole my name," and they're and then there's all these long hairs. Flying. Do bands still have long hair, or do they all look like Maroon 5? I'm way out of touch with bands.
I don't. Yeah. Well, medium long.
Is long hair completely
Medium
done
long.
in bands? I don't know. Oh, okay.
It was. I'll let you both know it was treacherous here in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee.
Oh, thank you, sub.
Fortune?
Really?
Fortune?
Really? Treacherous.
Yeah. Well, it was. It was like 60 degrees and sprinkling. So it was a very treacherous.
That
60
sounds
degrees. Did you have to put on your coat, honey?
It was a little nipply outside.
And long pants.
That sounds so horrible. You had to do all
tough.
of that stuff.
Oh,
Well, speaking of that, Militus.
Man, the love. Look at the love coming in.
I know, look at all this. So speaking of that, Militus, I'm going to be coming out your way soon. Right?
Does that mean we get to record a show together but without Tess?
Yeah, check it out. I put a picture here. It's up now on the display.
Is it on the screen?
Yeah, Boom's RV tour is coming this summer to a town near you. And I thought, hey, what better way to kind of kick off Boom's RV tour? Now, I bought that 34-foot RV that you see right there. I just paid cash and bought that RV. Okay? So that RV is going to take me on a multi-state tour, and I'm going to go around and I'm going to meet all of the gamer friends that I have, and my computer just stopped playing music just like that. Just ignore that. It's all good. Anyway, so I'm going to go around and I'm going to go to all these different states. I'm going to meet people. I might have a Coors Light, with them as we cruise. Now this is all inspired, by the way, by Militus's multi-state tour. Now, how many states, Militus, did you hit up?
Oh, I didn't count them. I just counted miles, but I would guess around 20-ish.
20 states. 20. That's right. 20 states. Amazing.
But that's traveling out west. Now in the east, you can do that pretty easily.
Yeah, right. You
East
get
on the west coast, east
Right.
coast. But
come
out
out by
west
us.
to get across the states, that's a lot of travel.
just going across Texas alone. Right?
Yeah, no doubt. I have to throw down a challenge to you with the new Boomster RV. I think what it needs,
right?
Just looking at it, is a picture of an Arkai or Archie.
That's
with
a great idea. Yes.
So listen, here's what I'm willing to. Here's the challenge.
Yes.
If I buy it, if I get one of these things manufactured printed,
absolutely, yeah.
Will you put it on the side of your RV?
I will. Yep. Just like what's in my little right here on my thing. Done. Yes.
I'm going to get you a big ass archive with the surfboard and everything. You just have to put it on the side of the RV, and you have to put I have to have like a Pantheon tour RV or something.
Or a T-shirt that has all your stops on the back.
Yes, absolutely. I'll do it. Yeah. I'm gonna make a tour stop. So the music in the background is because I went ahead and made a Booms RV trivia game for tonight. I thought what we could do real quick is we could do some RV trivia. That's related to this big trip. I'm hoping I get to see some of these guys on the trip. Some of the people in chat and stuff. I'm gonna be going on a long one. I don't want to spoil everything because I'll talk about it a little bit later. But that RV, I bought it from a guy in an alley in Wyoming, and they don't even have alleys in Wyoming. I don't even know how I pulled that off. Yeah, so on Saturday I'm going out there to get that bad boy, and it's 34 feet of thunder. Yeah, that's right. It's gonna be. It's going to be amazing.
So you bought it without even driving it?
I did.
Okay. This is going to go perfectly fine.
I am.
Hold on. And you're going to drive it back into the mountains of Colorado.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it's 34 feet long.
Yeah, 34 feet long. Mm-hmm.
How many switchbacks are you going to take with that?
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
Archive. I'm going to take out an insurance policy on Boom.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
They're saying in chat, what could go wrong? I agree. What could go wrong? I am going all in on National Lampoon's Vacation. I'm just going for it.
You know what? Just to see you out of Colorado, I'll go rent a little red convertible.
Yeah.
And just drive up next to you.
You just want to drive next to me? I think let's do it. That'd be so fun. We could film it and put it on.
Because chat doesn't know this, but over the last summer, I don't get on social media much, especially Facebook. I don't get on it much. But my mom demanded. She's like, if you're going to drive that far, you must post to social media every day.
Oh, yeah. We're doing it. Yeah.
You have to do it. So
I'm going to do it on my Twitter, though.
Was Clark Griswold trip day 1. Clark Griswold trip day 2. So boom, you have to come up with some kind of cool Facebook post every day.
Every single day, but I think I'm gonna. I might post to Facebook. I'm thinking about Twitter. I am gonna make this. I want the gaming fans to sort of get in on this a little bit. And
like you said, you might have some stops along the way. You saw earlier where Punk.
I am going to for sure. Yeah, and I don't want to spoil because I got a couple questions real quick. I'll tell you where I'm going, and I'm going to be hitting a lot of states like you. I have, just like you. We're going until we don't want to go anymore. So this is all inspired. Militus is the one that put me up to this. If it wasn't for Militus doing this last year, I would not be doing it this year. But Militus made it sound so fun when he came out and saw me here. I was like, I'm down. I'm doing it. And that's what's happening.
The only thing I would let chat know is Militus, as your Gatorbait said, didn't quite YOLO it the way Boom is. Militus drove up to Ohio, test drove the RV.
Yeah.
Made sure the wife liked it.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I didn't do that.
Has the wife not?
Yeah. Did you pull a Militus Pantheon purchase kind of scenario here?
I did. I had been looking at some other RVs, and I wasn't super fond of them. And then this one came along. You know what this is all about? This bad boy has a Cummins diesel in it. That's right, turbo diesel power. I am going to be pushing down the highway in that bad boy.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Do you have to get another driver's license to drive that thing?
No, I actually don't.
Type D?
I don't. No, I don't.
Really?
Yeah, I don't need one. But I would gladly go get another driver's license. I don't really care about that. I would do it just to drive that thing. 34 feet of awesome thunder, and it's going to be, that diesel's just going to be like, and I'm just going to be like, it's going to be great. Yeah.
I'm not even all uppity like Tess, who Militus, you bring your piece of shit RV into my neighborhood, I won't be like that to you. You can like,
what are you talking about?
Yeah, she did kind of dog
right
you
into
there.
the cul-de-sac.
Mhm.
She's like, don't you bring your white trash vehicle to my neighborhood, Militus. I won't be like that.
Yeah.
You can come over.
I like in chat. They said yes.
So
I'm going to be pushing it. That's why I have.
mean.
But that's why I have kids, right? I got some kids that are going to come with me. They're going to push it, and I do. So I'm buying my wife a really cool trucker hat. My wife is hot, so when she wears that trucker hat, she's going to look even more hot. And then I am going to get what is my vacation hat. Every year when I go on vacation, I get a vacation hat. That thing is going to be on me the entire time, and this is going to be many, many weeks. Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and get into Boom's RV trivia then, because before we get too far. So, how many states will Boom be visiting this summer? Is it A, 5, B, 15, C, 12, or D, 10? How many states will Boom be visiting this summer? Now, this is up for a little bit of negotiation because I might see more.
I'm going to go on the high side. I'm going to say 12.
All right, 12.
That's what I was gonna say. 12.
In fact,
maybe 10.
What do you think?
In fact, it is.
So chat saying 12.
Yeah, chat. Go ahead. They're saying 12 as well. 12.
Yeah.
Yep,
All right.
12.
Okay. Lots of 12s. Okay. In fact,
No one said 1 and broke down. By the way.
I'm just gonna be in Colorado. All right. It is in fact
Make it to my house.
15 states.
15.
I'll be making 15.
Wow.
I am going all the way to Florida. I'm hoping
Dan
to
nailed
see,
it.
Yep, Dan nailed it. I'm hoping to see Minus down there. I'm gonna go all the way down there. I'm gonna see, as many Pantheon first. I am gonna have to stop in Tennessee, by the way, for like a week because so many people are right there. So I'm gonna be in Tennessee for a while because everybody wants.
Come up.
Yeah, everybody wants to see me in Tennessee.
Nathan, I'm being dead serious. This is no shtick. I'm not blowing smoke. So like Nathan, you guys that are like somewhat close to me. I mean, I got a decent size deck, pool, and all that.
Yep.
We could have like a little get together.
We're gonna do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Fun.
So
it's gonna be great, and I'm totally willing. So I want to meet as many people that want to meet up with me. So on this way, and I'm going to also be on Twitter a lot saying, where should I stop in these different places? Because I need to get my reservations made at some of these campgrounds. So
yeah,
if you
everyone
know
in chat
an awesome place.
Where you're going to be. So Boom, here's what you're going to need to do. You need to tweet out.
Okay. Yep.
Like your path.
We'll make like a little, literally like a tour poster.
Like little archives everywhere you stop.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Yep, and then if anybody's around, they can come and see me. It'll be awesome, and I'll have beer. You can come and if you want to come and hang out and in the RV, you just gotta send me a message. You can come and see it. We'll walk you through it. I think I might buy a crossbow. That's the other part of this.
God.
All right.
Wait. You can't skip ahead.
He's gonna be arrested if it doesn't break down. One of the two. It's gonna.
Why are you gonna get a crossbow?
Well, I'm embracing the lifestyle. So, I was kind of thinking about the whole thing of RVing and stuff, and zombies come to mind a lot. I don't know why, and I'm worried about zombies. Yeah, I'm gonna go crossbow. So I'm thinking about getting a crossbow and putting it inside there. So it'll be, it should be good. It should be. What I'm saying is it should be fun. Yeah. Actually, so I had a dream. I kid you not. In this dream, I inherited an entire amusement park. And when I was there, it was fully stocked. So there's all these stores. And I said, before everybody loots this place, because they know I have it, I said, I got to go over there and grab a jean jacket. And then my son said, why on earth are you going to grab a jean jacket? And I was like, I'm bringing them back. So I'm thinking a jean jacket and a crossbow in the RV. All right. When Boom stops to plug into a campsite, will he be using what amperage? So what amperage is this RV that you see up here in the picture? Is it A, 20, B, 30, C, 50, or D, 110? How many amps is that bad boy going to be drawing at the place? Any ideas? I'm thinking
I don't even
A20, B30, C50, or D110.
I say 50 amps. It's got a
50 amps.
amp.
All right, 50 amps.
I'm gonna say D, 110 amps.
Yeah.
Boom's got
All right.
bad.
We got everybody. Yeah, right. That's a lot. It is in fact a 30 amp RV.
Oh, 30.
30.
Oh, I thought with one that size, I'm just saying,
Yeah, right.
mine draws 30 and it's only 24
See,
foot long.
and yours is only 24 foot long. Yep, I know, right? 10 extra feet there. Let's see. Okay, this is a good one. This is for everybody. Everybody's gonna like this. What year was the first motorhome RV built? So the first ever motorhome, was it A, 1894, B, 1910, C, 1943, or D, 1964? First ever motorhome.
It's got to be 43.
That's what I was gonna say.
10
you
is
think?
too early. I want to
10
say
is too
60.
early.
It's definitely there was RV in the 60s. I know that.
Yeah, but I think that the first one ever,
43. I must-
43 sounds right to me.
It is in fact 1910.
What?
Yeah, 1910 was the very first RV. I have
I
no
thought
idea.
we were just trying
Yeah.
to get cars down at that point.
Yeah, I think, right? That's what makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it was a horse. I don't know. I don't know how that was working. Okay, so this
And
one
how
is
is
really
it a
good.
motorhome?
Yeah, right. It's a motorhome. It's like, well, because I don't know. Anyway, what is boondocking? What is boondocking? I would like to
I know
also
this
say
one.
soon boondocking is going to be called boomdocking. I'm just going to name it boondocking. But what is boondocking? Is it keeping your RV at a seasonal site permanently? So you're just boondocking. Is it camping in a duck boat? Is it camping off the grid? Or is it camping on the bank of a river? What is boondocking?
I'll say A.
You're going to say keeping your RV at a seasonal site permanently. All right, Militus?
And you said B was what one more time?
Camping in a duck boat.
No, it's C.
Camping off the grid is in fact the correct answer. So C, camping off the grid is actually what boondocking is. I
know where
won't
my
be
favorite
doing a
place
lot of
boondock
that.
is?
Where's that?
Where?
I know it.
Walmart.
Yeah, I was gonna say, boom.
I'm not joking.
Boom is gonna
Walmart.
Walmart boondock. All right, I am gonna totally boondock at Walmart. So that's one of my checklist items. I'm gonna stay at a Walmart. That's a goal of mine.
Hey, I have a couple apps for you to learn which Walmarts to avoid.
Oh, are
By
there
the way-
some that actually don't like you doing it?
Well, there's some that won't allow you to because
Oh,
some
right,
city
okay.
ordinances prevent it.
Oh,
Walmarts
yeah.
have no choice.
Mhm.
And then there are some that like you could get shot in, so you want to avoid that.
Well,
Yeah,
wait. Boom's got a crossbow. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah, yes.
I'm
I'll
gonna
tell
be
you,
doing the
just
shooting.
real quickly. This summer when we were gone, we stayed in Butte, Montana,
Right.
right? Of all places.
Yep. Mhm.
And we're coming through Butte, and my wife's like, "We're gonna boondock in Butte," and she's like, "We need to look it up," and I'm like, "Nah, it's Butte. Like, there's no crime in Butte.
Yeah, there's no crime in.
This is
Yeah.
nowhere,
Yeah.
Montana. Worst night of my life. Gunshots
Really?
all night long. It was horrible. It was horrible. And so we looked at the app, and sure enough,
Oh.
people were like, "Yeah, don't stay here. Gunshots, crime, Butte, Montana."
Wow.
That's tremendous. That is tremendous.
Yeah.
These are all the fun stories I'm gonna get to have if I survive. All right.
You will. You'll survive.
What is the difference between a Class C and a Class B motorhome? Class C, Class B. Class B is diesel. Class C is gas. Class C has an overhead bunk, and Class B is built on a van chassis. Class C has a detachable cab, and D, Class B is larger than Class C. Which one do you think it is? Do you think it's that Class B is a diesel, Class C is gas? Do you think Class C has an overhead bunk? Class B is on a van chassis. Class C has a detachable cab. What are you guys thinking? Class B is larger
I
than
don't
Class
know
C?
any of this. I just
take a
I
stab.
need
Just
need a
take a stab.
reservation at the Hilton
Just
and
take a
some.
It's
Militus
I'll
knows
say
this one.
A.
yeah, it's because I had to decide between the two. It's Class B is built on a van chassis.
Oh.
Yep. Class B is built on a van chassis. Class C has an overhead bunk. And Booms is a Class A.
Yeah, the big dog.
Yeah, that just means it's a huge bus. It's actually the other one I almost bought had the 2 axles in the back, like it was a full-on bus, but that was 38 feet. So this one is a little shorter than that. So I'm gonna miss those four. I'm gonna miss those 4 feet.
Is it the 2 axle that you have to get the larger
No,
license?
actually,
for?
you don't need one. There are some states that kind of pick on you, but I will be fine. U.S. Route 20 is the longest road in America. How many miles is it? How many miles long is U.S. Route 20? Is it A, 6,832 miles in length? Is it B, 3,365 miles in length? C, 2,389 miles in length? Or D, 4,268 miles in length? What are you guys thinking? U.S. Route 20.
I say B, 3,365 miles.
Definitely not 6,000 unless it goes all the way to China across a bridge.
Right. That's a long ways.
Or C.
And C was what? What was C?
C is 2,000, 2,300.
I'll go with C.
You go see. It is in fact 3,365 miles in length, which is about the length of the trip Boom is going to be taking.
Woo.
So I'm going to be traveling 3,000 miles in that RV that you see right up there that I bought sight unseen. But I got it. So here's the deal about that, by the way.
Napalm, like relaxing by the pool.
Yeah,
Boom,
I bought it by.
Hot dogs,
oh, that'd be great. Yep. Mm-hmm. I bought it from a guy named Bob.
Come up from Florida and hang out with us.
Yep. All right, last question, and we'll move on to Pantheon-related stuff. According to research, how many teens would be happy to unplug for a camping trip? How many teens are like, yep, for a camping trip, I'm down, I'll unplug? How many teens? Is it A, 12%, B, 71%, C, 38%, or D, 54%?
Yeah, the correct answer is not there because it's 0%.
0%. All right.
I'm gonna go 12.
12%.
Just so that I'm different, I'll go C. I'll go 38%.
38%. It is
I
in
think
fact
12 is right, but
it is in fact B, 71%, according to research, are willing to unplug for a camping trip. Yeah. Turns out everybody wants to do it. Everybody wants to take
I want
a
to
camping
see
trip.
your primary sources,
Boom. Look in chat with us. It is Raina Place.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Or someone we knew named Esme in a former life. I think that's her.
Yep.
With us.
Yep. So there you go. There's Boom's tour. Boom's RV tour is going to be coming to a town near you. I'm going Colorado straight across, going over to Tennessee, going to stay in those beautiful Smoky Mountains, going to see some family, going to see Militus, going to see, it sounds like Nathan Napalm. Then I'm going to cruise on down to Florida. I'm going to go down there. We're going to watch some of those what's that company that shoots rockets? We're going to watch that, and then we're going to go right into Alabama and Georgia. But when I go through that, I'm going to be careful. And then I'm going to go into Louisiana, and then I'm going to go up through Texas and into New Mexico and back into Arizona and back up to Colorado.
Nice. That's a heck of a trip.
Oh, my God.
Yep. It's going to be the great road trip. Now, I'm planning on, while we do this, I really am hoping the show still goes on. So I am planning on trying to do the show. Well, no, I'm probably not going to take the Optiplex. I have a laptop. I'm going to try to take the laptop. Okay, and I'm going to try to
7 times more powerful than the Optiplex.
It might be. I'm going to take the laptop, and I'm going to see if I can't pull off this show right from the road. So maybe I'll have a beautiful background behind me. Some whatever.
We'll at least have one chat. We'll have one good show because it'll be at my house. So we'll have good internet and a couple of good PCs. So
I'm wondering if maybe I can get some, some of the campers. Maybe I can find some others, and I can have some guest campers come on. You know, and I
Hey,
could just be
we
like,
should
I just
line
met
up
you.
our two campers in my cul-de-sac and do the show with the campers behind us.
Oh, that'd be
Boom,
so great.
boom,
That'd be
and
so
Bill,
great.
it's this camper.
Oh my God.
Yeah. My
We can measure the length of our campers.
with that
Boom's
Cummins
gonna win.
diesel in that bad boy, by the way, I could tow another trailer if I needed to behind it. It's that cool. It is really that cool. All right, Tess, this is the time of the show where you tell everybody how they can get a hold of us. Could you please do that?
Yes. Me. All right. You can visit our website at stopstandinginfire.com. You can email us at stopstandinginfire@gmail.com. You can tweet us at SIF Podcast, Boomy at Boomtap Live, Militus at Old Militus, or me, Tess, at Debuff This. You could call us or text us and tell Militus to be nice to me for once at 702-625-1337.
It's going to do it.
That
There it
spells
goes.
leads. Hell yeah.
Hey, the Dell Optiplex, it just takes time. You just got to be
You made
patient.
me snort.
No, I wish to sweet baby Jesus in heaven that you had
Yeah.
had your Optiplex like computer monitor up right there, because it
Yeah.
would have pegged the maximum threshold of heat.
Here, let me
Wow.
show that. There we go. I've got it right there.
Put it
I
back up
think,
there so you see that.
let's see. I admit it is pegged at 100% right now. I mean, we're talking like it's not even flickering off 100%. So
Oh,
there
my
you go.
goodness.
Boom's computer is just living large. Hey, you know, the show's going on. It's still happening.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's
still-
happening.
I don't know what you guys and all your fancies.
Oh, my
I
Lord.
saved so much money on computer tech that I bought an RV. Go figure that one out. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
We did not have any
I'm
phone
so
calls or
sad.
texts, did we? I
Redneck
don't
Gamer,
think we
call
did.
us back. I even miss you, which is weird because you called me a homophobic slur last week, but I still want you to call. Call
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
Nobody
And-
called?
right. Nobody called.
Nobody called.
It's okay.
But-
And I even put out some really great Carly Rae Jepsen because I love that stuff. I got a weird thing, you know. Just picture this as we're cruising down the road in the RV. I'm gonna be listening to some Carly Rae Jepsen and also what's that other girl? I got a big thing for her. I can't remember her name. It's already gone.
So it must
Anyway,
be not
Katy-
that big of a thing for
It is Katy Perry. So
Katy
I'm
Perry.
I'm gonna be blasting Katy Perry and Carly Rae Jepsen down that highway in that big rig.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That should
So there you go. All right. So what we'll do then?
call us. Text us. Leave
Yeah.
us some. Leave us.
Everybody's gonna have to do all that stuff. We're gonna go ahead then and move into. We're getting into the meat of the show. I promise. Like we're actually starting to get into the stuff. And you know what?
Be honest.
You know what's weird is I'm looking down this list. I don't have the news sounder. Like I'm
What?
looking here. Wait, hold on. Maybe this is it. Let me try this. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. There it is.
Don't know your gaming news? Well, neither do we. But who the cares?
All right, Militus, we got some fantastic breaking gaming news. Starting off here with Visionary Realms announcing something. Hey, give us the scoop.
Yeah. So this is like really big. I think this went. I feel like the Pantheon community did not magnify the story enough over this last week. But Visionary Realms, for the first time ever this past week, shared with all of us, not just the VIPs as they had before, a dev roundtable, which is like used to be exclusive VIP content, like a conference call they would have with the VIP backers, where VIP backers could ask them questions and they would have like different devs on the call. And this past month, they had customer service, CMs on, or community managers, customer service people as their guest. And for the first time ever, the VIPs, thank you, Pantheon VIPs, all agreed
Yeah, that was nice.
to, from this point forward, I'm thinking from this point forward,
Mm-hmm.
to make
Mhm.
those public so that all
Yeah.
of us in the
Oh.
Pantheon community can listen in and kind of hear those calls. So there were some that's big news in and of itself. The fact that, that's happened. I think that's great for us because that means we get more news every month. We don't just have the newsletter anymore. Now we have this conference call. And we got a text. We got a text.
We got a text. What?
Yeah. It says,
okay, go ahead.
Breaking news. I'm so pumped for Pantheon. Heard about you guys through my cousin's cousin.
Cousin's cousin? That's amazing.
Man,
all right.
I didn't realize I could tune in for all my RV related news as well.
Yes, it turns out you can. Yeah, we went a little long on the RV news. That's okay.
Just bueno, guys. Anyway, I got to get back to my stepsister. Wink, wink. Okay, get back to that. But
cousin, stepsister. Whew. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna be out, but I'm gonna be out in Alabama, so I'll be down by your way.
So back to the great news that we all get to every month kind of hear this call. Or if you go to Reddit, actually, there's a full transcription of the call. You can go check that out. And I pulled some of the interesting tidbits, and I wanted to bounce these ideas off of the community and chat and off of you, Tess and Boom. Here's the two tidbits I pulled out of that conference call. So again, it was customer service, CM, community manager focused. Kilson was all with a couple of others, Mike, and I can't remember the other CM's name. Forgive me. But the question was asked of Kilson, will there be some kind of in-game reporting? I'm not sure if we right-click on a target / or whatever, but will there be something you can click on to report player easily? I just like the bug reporting system, something similar I would expect. And Kilson all but confirmed there will be some type of reporting system. He didn't go into detail of how we would do that, whether it's right click or / or some command, but there would be some type of reporting system. So thoughts from chat. Is that something you think is absolutely necessary in the game to have a
just going
reporting
to report
system?
me, by the way, and I don't know.
For having a name like Militus or something?
If you pick the name that we're going to get reported for names all the time. I don't know. I don't know. What do you report?
He said there will be something that you can easily report other.
Are you just reporting that somebody else is bad? Like, what are you reporting though? I don't.
Well, they didn't go into detail about that.
PvP, I get because you're reporting cheating, but in PvE, I mean, I suppose you could report cheating, but I mean, what are you?
Spam.
Are you just reporting people like not playing? Because I just let them die. That's what I do. I guess I don't know what we're reporting.
Well, that's kind of my own. I mean, I think we need it. Don't get me wrong. I think we absolutely need some type of reporting system in any social game. And Pantheon very much is a social game. There's got to be a way for us to, I mean, we're going to police each other through reputation, which is kind of the next question we're going to talk about. But I think another important aspect of that is how can we help the developers police ourselves? And I think this is one way we can do it is having a reporting system. But then I'm worried too, because I'm worried that a lot of, I guess people like me, not that I'm going to report everybody, but I didn't play EverQuest back in the day. I've been playing it recently, but I didn't play it back in the day. I mean, I could easily see how camping mobs, camping nodes, things like that could be perceived as, let's say, a current WoW player. That's the most popular MMO out there. That someone could come into Pantheon for the first time and just start spam reporting everybody because they're camping nodes, they're camping mobs. And I just wonder if it might overwhelm the Visionary Realms team because there's, what I mean? There's been such
that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of people.
Change in the MMOs over the years. I don't know. I wonder about that.
So here's a thing that Terra does that is kind of interesting. So somebody in chat mentioned, and I can't see the name because I need my glasses, but they mentioned that you have to be able to report bots, and starting right away, there's bots that are starting to do all that stuff. What they do in Terra that's actually kind of interesting is they have a daily limit. And that limit is actually pretty high. So it, like you and I would never bump up against the limit probably. But what it does is it catches all those bots and kills them. So if they're tagging that limit every day, they just get rid of those guys. And so it kind of polices it electronically without, the need for the reporting, which I thought was kind of interesting. So there was they gave a value, like, I don't know, farming a specific node was like 25 points and you had like 4,000 points for the day or something like that. And then once you hit that cap, you're done, which almost, even if you're not a bot, that's almost kind of a good idea, because it kind of helps that economy not get stupid, where one dude's just like,
but then again, you have
farming.
people that just love to farm.
I know. But they
I
only
would
love to
call
farm so they can screw the economy up. Like, that's the only
What do
reason
you
they love
think,
to
Jess?
farm.
Oh, I have no problem with there being a reporting situation. I think there has to be for people who are being abusive or spamming or stuff like that. I don't see a way around having a way to report. So there you go.
Well, I think too, one other thing kind of solves this problem, and that's why I hope they stay the course. Paid subscriptions.
Yeah, right.
So
That helps. That always helps.
I remember back in the day when I played WoW, when it was, I consider a really good MMO.
Paid subscription, yeah.
Yeah, and where there wasn't, the token and all that stuff. You paid a certain amount every month. And I had server identity. If I did something, part of me was like, man, I have invested a ton of time in this character. It's taken me a long time to level this character up. I pay $15 a month. I am not going to do something stupid to get my account banned or taken away, because that means a great deal to me.
Mm-hmm.
The $50 means a great deal, and more so, really, all the hours of time I've spent doing this. So if Pantheon stays the course in the way that they're currently moving, that's exactly what will happen. You'll be like, man, I have spent hundreds of hours in this character.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paying $15 a month. I'm not going to be an asshat in the game and get spam reported and get my account banned. So I think that will solve a lot of the problems.
And I also think that it'll solve problems to not be crazy hardcore with how they respond to reports. Like, if they're like, okay, hey, you've been reported for spamming. This is your first warning. Next time you'll be, you'll be banned for a day, and or something like that, so that people can at least feel like if they have an off day or something like that, or if there's like somebody being a jerkwad that's just reporting people to be a jerkwad, stuff like that.
I'll do it. You guys, Pantheon, Visionary Realms, just let me be the banner. I'll ban people. I'll be the judge.
No.
I'll get a. I'll get a
I'm gonna
banning.
reject that. He'll ban everybody.
I'll get a
He's
robe.
the only person on
I'll get a robe. There will be justice. I will listen to cases. People will come on, and I will be like, go ahead and give me your story. They'll tell me, and I'll be like, you're banned. Kunk, kunk, and I'll slap my gavel down, and it'll be over. I'll do it.
Do it.
Yep, that's me. I'll do it.
Okay, so kind of piggybacking on this idea, another tidbit I pulled from the transcript of the conference call was kind of related to what we're talking about, and it's got to do with reputation. And I saw in chat
that I got called a jackwagon. Did you see
no,
that?
no.
That was in chat. I got called a jackwagon.
Desroth mentioned, that was before name changes. I miss those days. Well, Desroth, here's the thing. In the conference call, they also talked about name change a bit. They said reputation means something. So being able to change your name to get away from a bad reputation is not something we want to facilitate. Okay, so I'm with everyone in chat, and I'm with probably you guys, both of you, that's a good idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but here's my problem. I played with a girl back in the day, back in Burning Crusade, and she was a hunter, and she wasn't the most. No, she wasn't you. I wish I could have played with you back in BC.
That would have been. We would have been unstoppable.
I know, and this girl was really sweet. At the time, she was quite a bit older than me, and her skill set wasn't great.
Mm-hmm.
She was a great player, and she was someone that I love to hang around. But we would run dungeons, and we would always get dungeon. She could never get a dungeon because back in the day there wasn't looking for group. But
Right.
I could always get a dungeon because I was a holy priest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I would say, chat to get me. You got to bring my friend,
Right.
my female hunter friend. So she would come, and invariably her pet would pull something.
Mm-hmm.
So she also got a reputation on the server.
Mm-hmm.
And people were really, really awful to her. Like it was bad. People would spit on her. For no reason, just be really well,
I'm reporting those people, and they're going to get feared for being asshats.
So my point is,
so sad.
She changed her name a couple times to get away from the stuff back in the when you had server identity. Right. And so part of me is like, I wonder if they're too strict on this. And I get the other side of it where they're like, hey, no name changes. We want your reputation to matter. Right. I get that. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. But then you do have those few occasions like with my friend who I would feel horrible for her if she were playing this game with me and then she was going through that and she petitioned and said, I want my name changed. Like, no, we don't. Name changes. And I would just feel horrible for her. But I think maybe
I'm just going to go I'm just going to go Captain Marvel and just beat the crap out of mean people.
But I guess if you could make a good enough argument to Visionary Realms, and
I bet they would let you
show them, hey, look, here's what's happening to me. Let me show you why I want to have this name change. It's not because I'm being asked.
That's a lot.
It's because everyone else is being asked.
They're going to need Boom for that. They're not going to have enough time to be doing that. That's a hard situation. That makes me kind of frustrated because you know what I was thinking about the other day? I was just sitting around and I was like, has there ever been a time when I actually thought World of Warcraft had a good group of people, like that people were nice? And I don't think the general populace of World of Warcraft was ever all that nice. No. I think there was pockets of people that were fun and you had to kind of group up with some people. But in general, because it always has this reputation. Is nice. Right. It always has this reputation, though. Everybody's kind of created this false reputation that this World of Warcraft game has such a great and vibrant community. I actually think it has a toxic community that's just as toxic as, say, League of Legends.
Okay, fair enough. But I would say this. I met both of you in video games.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that there's not pockets of people. But in
saying,
general, everybody is an asshat.
No, I got you. I'm just saying.
Majority of them.
I hate to generalize too much, but I'm just saying, like some of the best friends I've ever had in my life, I met in video games.
Right.
And it's been my experience, right, that for the most part, when I do meet them in the real world, they're pretty much like they're this a lot of people say with the front they kind of put forward in the video game. It's not really them. Yeah. That's not been my experience, honestly. The people I've bonded with over the years, I'm not talking about the jerk. People I've bonded with over the years, when I meet them in real life, they're the same. Like I'm just as comfortable sitting down with them to have a drink as I am running a dungeon. Like they're the same. Yeah, the avatar may look different than who they are in real life, but they're the same to me. Personality.
I agree. But this is the kind of, so somebody in there mentioned elitism, and I definitely think that exists in some of these games, and I'm fearful of that because, as an example, we went to I took my son to Las Vegas, and we went to the Heroes of the Dorm tournament for Blizzard back in the day when they were still doing that. And when we showed up, we were sitting about 3/4 of the way back, and I don't know what happened, but the camera guy came up to us and said, "Hey, would you guys like to sit up front?" So he brought us up front. We sat front row, and for the Heroes of the Dorm tournament, and the cameras were always on us. It was a really cool experience. The guy next to us was an elitist, just jerk. And I thought I was going to have to go take him out in the parking lot and show him what a guy who drives a 34-foot RV and wants a crossbow is all about, because this guy was being such a jerk. And I was just like looking at him and I was like, dude, we're watching the video game, man. Yeah, I was like, we're not doing this, man. And so it's kind of crazy because I think geek culture, there's a bunch of bullies in geek culture. Yeah. That's what I think. I think there's a bunch of these guys, and they just exhibit pure and simple bully behavior. They're just bullies. And it's
But
funny
here's the
because they're
thing,
always
like,
like,
this
I
is
got
not
picked on my
video-
whole life. Now I'm a bully.
This is not just video games. I'm about to take my son on his birthday, watch the Lakers play the Oklahoma City Thunder. He loves, like, we're not going to California, we're going to Oklahoma, but he loves basketball. And invariably, every time we go watch a professional basketball game, we sit next to
Right.
just
You sit next to some
the
jerk. Yeah.
worst of humanity.
Yes.
they're,
Yes.
they're saying things that my daughter's like, what does that mean? And I'm like,
Nothing.
we can't talk about that right
We
now.
don't even deal with that one. Yeah. Right.
So that's not just video games. That's
No, it's not. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like geek culture feels almost more entitled. Like, they were the ones getting picked on. And so now when they do that, they're like, I'm not being a bully. But they are. They actually still are. You know, and it's kind of like, you know, it's that whole hurt people thing. Anyway, sorry to digress on that, but I don't know. All you bully geeks, you make me angry. So there you go. All right. Let's talk about, so what race are we going to play?
Yeah, so Minus and Pantheon Plus, their poll concluded. It's over. Oh, we're getting a
phone call. We got a phone call.
I hope it's
All right,
not a bully.
Let's go
Okay,
ahead
here
and
we go.
listen
Hold on,
to it.
hold on.
All right, here we go.
Pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up.
All right. Go ahead, answer it.
I'm trying.
Answer it. Hey, are you running on a Dell Optiplex?
I'm trying. Oh, go away.
What's going on? What is happening right now? We're off the rails.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, all right.
Hold on.
Now we lost Tess. Like, this is not my fault. Guys.
camera.
This is not my fault. All right.
Are you there, caller?
Yes.
Did I lose them? Oh no! Call back. Okay, I'm gonna blame this. He's in chat with us. I'm blaming this on Nathan. Okay.
Okay.
Nathan,
all right.
it's on you. Here's why. I try to open my browser, and Nathan's YouTube. I started getting all these YouTube notifications that Nathan's put out new videos, and I got like 7.
Yeah, what's he doing? What's he doing?
Nathan likes your comment. Nathan's put out a video.
All right. So here we go. So this is the poll. So the number one race everybody wants to play is the Arkai. It came in at a clear number one was Arkai. It came in
absolutely not. That's a lie.
With 109% of the populace vote was Arkai. Second place was Dark Mirror.
Nope, that was first place, Dark Mirror. Then Halfling. Then Dwarf.
Hey, did we do Voices of Dark Mirror?
Human.
Was that a couple podcasts ago? Who did we do the voices of?
No, we did the archive.
We did the archive.
No,
we did the Halfling.
No, don't you remember somebody called in and did Dark Mirror voices?
Yeah.
Wasn't that Dark Mirror?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna have to pull that back up.
I think Sandwiches are fake. Called in for Halfling voiceover.
Well, yeah, he did Halfling. All right.
I mean, I do have to say this. What do you have to say about the archive and the way they finished up?
They finished number one, man.
Liar.
First place. Not
graph.
fake news. I'm just going to keep saying it until it's real. Number one. Nope. Arkai number one.
Nope.
Arkai. Hey, let's do this. Let's do this again after I hit the highway and I hit almost 20 states with a big Arkai on my wall.
It's 6th. Arkai is 6th.
What was the Dark Mirror was the number one?
Dark Mirror, and it looks like number 2 is Halfling.
All about what?
Halfling.
And then we had
Then
Dwarf.
Yes.
Then
Dwarf
Human.
number 3. Yeah, I figured Human would be way up there. Honestly,
Human's gonna win in the end. I think.
And in the very, very back of the pack is Ogre and Scar.
No surprise.
That's
Because they're both ugly. I'm sorry, people.
Yeah.
And so you got Elf and
surprised
Arkai
that
kind of
Gnomes-
hanging tough in there in the middle.
I'm actually pretty surprised that Gnomes didn't perform better.
Yeah, I am too. That I'm surprised they didn't perform better. But I'm so happy that because dwarves were getting kind of thumped early on, and then they shot it to number 3. So I'm happy.
After I do one of those wraps all over that big 34-foot RV in support of the Arkai, and I travel across the country, this poll is going to look different. A lot of people are going to know about Pantheon when the Pantheon bus comes running around. It's going to be great because everybody wants to be a surfer. Who doesn't want to be a surfer? And the Arkai are surfers. All right. All right.
All right,
well,
before we go on to our next segment,
yes.
the caller did leave us a voicemail.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Let's hear it.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
gonna turn
ready.
my volume up here. I'm gonna play it. Here we go.
Yes, excuse me. This is the superior nerd you were speaking of earlier. I actually am the most superior of all the nerds. I was actually just calling to let you know I do exist. I am much superior to all of you. Thank you, superior nerd. Bye.
All right. There we go.
This
There's
is
the.
a caller. I have a sneaking suspicion this caller's in our chat.
I do too.
Sound
And
familiar.
I do. I think it's in there, and we now know he's the most superior of nerds. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to our moments of zen. Tess, give me your moment of zen.
You guys, guess what? I got to play video games this week.
All right.
Oh my gosh,
all
I was
right.
so happy.
You must
I
have
got to
played
play-
all day today. You were awful.
I did. I played all day today. I played on Sunday. I played. I didn't get to play as much as I wanted
Play
to.
with you, Boom?
Well, you guys
No,
weren't
no,
on.
She doesn't even
Because
talk
she
to
didn't
me.
play with me.
No, she doesn't even talk to
What?
me for the days.
Interesting.
Days on end. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, you know who I did play with?
Yes, I do.
I played with Minus and Haya. I played
We've
some
been
Guild Wars
replaced,
2
Boom.
for like 5 minutes.
Militus.
You guys
Yeah.
play Guild Wars
Boom
2?
and Militus
Yeah.
have been replaced. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was super fun. We ran into a boss. So I was like trying to like show him around and like answer questions and stuff. And they're like, let's go kill that guy. I'm like, well, that's a boss. And they're like, let's go kill it. Nope, we
Yeah.
did not
Go,
kill
go
it.
do that.
Are you
Go
talking about
for
a
it.
world boss?
No. It was
No,
just
no,
one
no.
of like an event boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and there were only 3 of us.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember how to play any of my classes
It is
anymore.
very
so.
foreign. It is very foreign if you've been away for that game.
But
There's
it was
no muscle
really
memory for that
fun,
game
and
at all.
I forgot how pretty it was, and I
Guild
forgot.
Wars 2 is just so amazing. It is really just something. Yeah, it's a really good game.
And I made them some 20 slot bags. I used all of my gold and just made them 20 slot bags.
Oh
Such a
my
kind
gosh, they're
person.
living
That's
large.
very
Yeah, they're
nice.
living large.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Well, I mean that's like the worst, and not having bag space, like at the
Yeah.
very beginning of the
Yeah.
game when you have
Yeah.
no bag space, that's the worst
Yeah.
part of the game.
Yeah.
But and then I got to play some Diablo. That's what I did all day today. Was I just
Diablo
played
3?
Diablo 3? Yeah, and I finished up the season. So
Very cool.
Fantastic.
I think I'll play a
Fantastic.
little bit because they called school for tomorrow too, y'all. So
Yeah.
tomorrow, I think I'll play a little more Diablo. Maybe try some. I don't know. Probably Torrent 7 is what I'll give a shot.
Torment
at.
7. All right. All right. How about you, Militus? What is your moment of zen?
I went back in time for my moment of zen.
Ooh, I love it.
This past
love
week,
it.
I've been playing some Neverwinter. Well, I didn't play Neverwinter, and I'm
Well, I tried. I got in and I was like,
yeah. Well, wait
know
for
what
the
I mean?
changes. There's big changes coming, but
I love
that's
it.
a conversation
I love
another
it.
day.
Right.
So I kind of jumped into WoW a little bit, raided with some people. Always fun to raid with those people, but my subscription is officially over.
Lapsed.
It ends.
It's over.
It
Are you
ends tonight.
are you resubbing?
wow.
Yes,
I don't
you're
think so.
resubbing.
The team is
You're
moving.
totally-
The team is moving from heroic, normal to heroic, and I think it's a good time for me to kind of.
You're gonna
Step aside.
resub. You know you're gonna sub.
Well, listen.
You're subbing.
I heal, so I always help my fellow friends out.
Yep. And
That's
you're gonna
fine.
be so basically what he's saying is he's subbing everybody. Get ready for some
No,
more
no.
Militus and some World of Warcraft.
No.
There you go. It's okay.
Let me
It's
tell you
all
what
right.
I am subbing to. You did bring up the sub.
Are you subbing to Pantheon?
I can't. I wish I could. I'm
can.
subbing to Daybreak Games
Okay.
because I am going to play with a lot of these people in chat with us tonight. I am going to be playing the EverQuest 2 progression server with a lot
Oh.
of the Pantheon peeps in the chat tonight. We're starting a very interesting YouTube video today by one Nathan Napalm, hence the 87 notifications on my web browser. And I've been dabbling in EQ2. It's a fun game. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm gonna do that. But another thing I did over the past week, Surfer Dave in our Discord for the Pantheon Plus kind of threw down the gauntlet to me. He's like, you know what? you've been talking all this stuff like you want to play Pantheon, but you've never played original EverQuest. I'm like, no, I haven't. So I loaded up original EverQuest.
Mm-hmm.
And man, oh man. And this is the very toned down, like current version, not Project 99.
Right.
Like a lot of these people play, but then all this. And man, was it a different experience. The functionality, the multiple chat windows. You had to hail, you had like hail NPCs with your H key. It was very different. As different as it was amazingly intriguing. I played for several hours. I never got out of the cave, so everyone's going to laugh at me in the chat. I pretty much stayed in the cave and killed rats for most of the rats, bats, and nest. I played a dwarf. Let's see, I started a dwarf druid. Then I played a dwarf cleric.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I leveled them to like 5 or 6, something like that. And it was a lot of fun, even though they're very archaic.
Right. It's all old.
Like I never cast spells. Like I would see a rat. I'm like, there's a rat. Buff, running with my club. And as simple as it was, where I could heal my.
Yeah.
As simple as it was amazingly good.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how much fun I was having in this 20-year-old game. Like, it was so much fun. So now I'm torn because I'm definitely going to play with all my friends on the the U2 server. But because I have a subscription now to Daybreak, that means I can also play on the original EverQuest progression server. So I'm going to dabble a little bit in both. Yeah, I'm going to play in both. So that's my moment of zen. It's kind of playing some old school EverQuest.
My goodness, it looks like EverQuest is going to be the game of choice for a lot of people here.
Yeah,
moving forward. Well, that sounds amazing. I'm going to be watching you with intent, like desire to kind of just know if I should jump in, but you're going to have to sell me.
Well, I'll stream it sometime. Boom, you can come watch me.
All right, that sounds great. Speaking of streaming, my moment of zen, speaking of streaming, was I streamed a little Farming Simulator 17.
I caught some of this. I'm
wow.
watching. My son's like, Dad, Boom's streaming. I'm like, oh, cool. What's he streaming?
Yeah.
He's like, look. And all I saw was, and it was like, tractor with grain flying out of it. I'm like, what is Boom doing?
I played a little Farming Simulator 17, and I went and I plowed some fields. I farmed some stuff. I'm really embracing this whole down home Midwest sort of vibe right now with the RV and the farming and it's going good. It's going good.
You're acting like my husband when football season is over and he's just like jonesing for any sport and he'll sit and like watch like golf.
Yeah, right. That's kind of what I am.
I'm like, why are you watching golf? He's like, there's nothing else to watch.
Since I kind of made the decision to not play WoW anymore, I've been all over the place, haven't I? But yeah, I did a little Farming Simulator, and then because
was it fun? Did you have a good time in it, Boo?
I can't say that I had a good time.
He wasted time. He got to turn his brain off.
It's pretty accurate. It's kind of fun in a little bit of a way. But so here's what I did. You have a pickup truck. You have 3 tractors on your farm, and you start this game with those things. Well, after I got the first lot plowed, and I got all the grain harvested and sold, I had nothing else to do because my other lots I have to grow. So I had some downtime. So I took the truck, and there's a grain silo with a little ramp, and I jumped the ramp with the truck to see how far I could get. And when I did, it flipped over and over and over and landed kind of in my driveway upside down. Now, the problem in Farming Simulator, if you flip your truck, you don't get a new truck. So now I'm down a truck and I don't know what to do.
You know the problem with
so-
Farming Simulator too? You know the problem with it?
What's that?
It's a gateway game, you know, like gateway drugs.
Yeah, to real
It's
farming.
a gateway game to Goat Simulator.
That's true. That's true.
Now there's a real simulator. And
Yeah.
have you guys ever played?
Yes, it is the funniest thing you've ever played in your life. If you've never played Goat Simulator, you have got to get on Steam.
I
right
played it,
now.
but I felt really wrong. And
Why? It's so funny.
I felt dirty. I felt dirty playing it. This is gross.
Yeah.
I felt like I was immoral.
Yeah, it's a little bit bad, but
What
I
were
did.
you simulating with your goat?
I can't tell you. Honestly, I know they were producing.
And- yeah,
Oh,
there we go.
God.
I'm gonna bring Militus a goat as a present for having me over to his house. Yeah. There you go.
All right.
I also played.
Moving
I also
on.
played a little. I also played a little Just Cause. Do you guys know that game, Just Cause?
No.
It's like a Latin American Spider-Man. It's awesome. Huge world, and it's not everything is handed to you. Are you guys gonna survive? You guys aren't gonna survive. It's really fun. You should play it. All right.
I'm sorry.
Let's go
I'm
ahead
sorry.
and
No,
because
Just
we need
Cause. No,
Militus.
tell me more about it, because
we
it
need
sounds
Militus to.
interesting.
We need Militus to sort of. We got to get him chilled out here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move on to. Oh, sorry, I don't want that. There we go. We're gonna move on to Militus segment.
Oh my
That's
Lord,
right.
That was the funniest thing.
If you breed goats, you might be from Tennessee. If you think breeding goats is funny, you might be from Tennessee. All right, there we go. It's time for the Militus forums and Reddit segment, where he's going to tell us all about goats and things that happened in Reddit. Is there any goats in Reddit this week? Was there some Reddit goats?
No goats,
Mm-hmm.
but we did have a post by someone in our chat.
Oh, good. Okay, all right. Let's hear it. Oh,
Yeah, and this is posted by
this is our
You Are
yeah.
Gator Bait,
This is our gator bait.
and the title is Racial Abilities. It was posted on Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
And the post reads, I believe VR has said that their current plan is for each race to have a unique passive and active racial ability. I've been excited thinking about what these will end up being. It's not too hard to take a stab at some of the passive ones, like having a dark mirror be able to breathe underwater, or having dwarves having an innate bonus to cold resistance or cold climates. I remember Vanguard having some pretty cool and powerful active racial abilities. Of course, some were better than others, but most had some good situational usage. What ideas for racials would you all like to see without having them be too OP?
Yeah.
My only thing about racial abilities is if they mess with like classes. Like I remember, I mean, we've talked about elitism and stuff in WoW, and I remember like at the pinnacle of my hardcore rating days, where there still were all those racial abilities, and if you were not playing I'm making them up now because I don't remember, but if you weren't playing a human paladin, you were playing a gnome paladin. You couldn't do that, but I'm just making things up because of the racial ability. People would be like, "You don't know what you're doing. You can't be in our group. You can't run," because a racial ability really made it so that your paladin abilities were a lot better, if that makes sense. Like the one I really remember is like the orc racial ability really made sense with like warrior. It had like a rage thing, and so if you didn't play an orc warrior, if you played a different race of warrior, you were considered lesser because you weren't min maxing, if that makes sense.
Right.
So as I don't care what they are, I think that sounds really fun. I think Gatorbait has hit on it. Obviously dark mirror, being able to breathe underwater, or a cold resistance, something that has to do with like the environment that they grow up in. Just something that can't be min-maxed too bad. That's what my hope.
That's great thoughts. What do you think, Boom?
The Arkai are going to get to ride their surfboards on the water, and it's going to be a water mount, and they're going to be able to travel across the water without any issues. And if they get damaged in any kind of fight, they're going to have a chill out mode where there's going to be a little puff of smoke, and they're going to sort of relax. And instead of sitting, they're going to just kind of stare, and then they'll be healed, and they're ready to go, right? So the Surfer Arkai for the win. That's what I think.
Gotcha. Well, I think there is a solution here. And a lot of people I think are gonna, but I'm gonna throw it out there anyway. I think the solution is you give utility. I'm just thinking with the passive. I'm not sure about actives yet, but I'm just thinking about passive racial traits. You give utility that makes sense for that race, but is pretty much the same for all races. So stay with me for a second. Dwarves would get cold resistance. Elves would get nature resistance.
Right.
Dark Myr.
That's kind of an obvious one.
Fragile likes to correct me. They would get some type of resistance to water effects or something. I don't know. But that everyone would have a passive resistance, because we've learned that climates and atmosphere, right, are going to be important aspects of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So if the climates vary, the atmospheres vary, one day we might be adventuring into a cold climate and I'm a dwarf and I benefit.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day, Tess is a halfling and she benefits because some other resistance to that. So I know that's boring, but what it would prevent is all the things you guys just talked about.
Yeah.
It would prevent this mid-maxing. Don't play a dwarf because they're not good in these environments, or you know what I mean? Like it would prevent. Yeah. So you give up something exciting, but then you avoid the maxing thing. Like I remember this with WoW and Blood Elves. You guys remember this? Blood Elves had that silencing effect. Like if you played Horde, like you go to any PvP server, and like everyone played Blood Elves because that racial was overpowered.
Yeah, you had to have too
much.
It
was just,
and for PvP, it's really noticed. Yeah. I don't know. That's a solution. I don't know if that's the best one, but it's a solution. In reality, I think you can do a racial ability that works. I really do think you can. It's just, like you said, trying to find something that kind of fits in. The problem is you're creating an ability that ends up being across 3 to 4 to 5 different actual classes, right? So that ability kind of stacks on those. And that's really where the trickiness gets in, because a class is tuned one way, and if you add this ability that they can kind of stack up, and that's where you get your imbalance. But I'm sure they'll come up with a way, and it'll be super cool and fun. That was a really good post, by the way. I like the thoughts of that stuff. I keep angling for some complexities in some of this stuff, so I would almost like a choice in my racial ability. Well, how about a choice in the active, but make everyone's passive the same? Yeah, for that race, right? Would that be or something? But I would almost like, a set of passives though that I could select from, and I could say I'm going for this or that or the other. Your character. Well, that's true. You get that when you roll your character. If that's really important to you. But see, to me, I don't think it should be that important. I want to see it on an Arkai, though. The fantasy of you playing the Arkai, for example. Like, imagine if Arkai didn't have the best, because you're going to play an Arkai wizard. Right. Right? Mm-hmm. So what if Arkai turns out their racials aren't the best for casting?
Yeah, their strength buff.
Then you're going to still play an Arkai because that's like your thing. Like, you love that.
I'm going to play it no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah, I just hope they balance it so that you're not like pigeonholed into forcing you to choose that.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. But if the Arkai had, say, 3 or 4 choices, and then I get to be an Arkai, but I choose to be born a certain way.
There would always be one. There would always be one that's be maxi.
That's true.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're going to be, as long as, and here's the difference. This is something I just realized. I don't give a crap anymore.
Oh, okay. All right. There you go.
It used to be that, like, if somebody like came at me, like going, "Hey, why are you playing a this race when this other race is way better for that class. And it used to be like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. I'm sorry. And now I'm just like, screw you, buddy. I don't care. I'm playing my thing. You go play your thing.
Yeah.
Just because I want to play this doesn't mean my fun is wrong. Douche, go away.
Yeah. And two, I
Well,
think that's
that's where I
reflective of
hope.
the community.
Mhm.
And I don't
Right.
know that right now, at least, our community is so
Mhm.
awesome that
Yeah.
I find that very rare occurrence that someone I have known in this community would say something like that to you.
Is there
They would
any
more
way?
kind of,
Is there any way though to make it to where min-maxing isn't the law of
No.
the land?
No. You'll
that
always
always
have
gonna be-
min-maxers. Always.
So
Yep, always.
this is what gets kind of weird because the min-maxing thing gets kind of weird to me. If you're just going to min-max characters, and that's what the name of the game is going to be, just to be the only one thing that's playable for each section of the character, then why not just make them that? Like it just kind of loses all value to me once there is that min-max kind of
because
thing.
Listen, because there are some people that really enjoy that. And I can't, like, just like I can't, I get mad if they tell me my fun is wrong because I want to go off of an RP kind of idea, a narrative idea of how I
but
play the
they
game.
will say that your
I
fun is
can't
wrong.
say no. Well, I can't say no to them because that's how they really like to play the game and do the number crunching and the theory
Understood,
crafting and
but
find
you're gonna have
the exact best one.
You're going to have a server identity and nobody's going to want to play with you because you're not min-maxed.
Not necessarily.
They're going to say, oh, that's that RP chick. We don't want her playing.
Well,
hold on, Boom. So, but I can only draw from my personal experience here, and I know it's anecdotal, but I think it kind of answers your question. Back in Vanilla WoW, I played a night elf priest, and that was not meta. The priest you would want to play back then was human because they had a spirit bonus to them. So spirit
I remember that.
translated more mana. So
Yeah.
here's the thing. Even though I was a night elf priest, whenever someone would say looking for, a healer, and I would say, hey, I'll do it. Or they would whisper me. They would add me to their friends list. Not because I had the 1% spirit, because I wouldn't ditch them in a dungeon.
Right.
I was
Well, and
patient.
Gator Bait
Wouldn't
puts
bitch
it
them.
well.
I wouldn't do those kind of things. So that my play, even though it wasn't mid-max, was still good enough for a lot of people to say, we want this guy, even though he's not the highest.
I don't think there's...
Gator puts it great. He, as long as the min-max is slight differences.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's
then
true.
it won't matter.
That's true. That's true.
Like
but
1% is not that big of a difference.
1%,
yeah,
no.
I don't think we
But
live in the
there will
world
be
where that
people that are
happens
just-
anymore, though. I think everybody now, because we are experienced with MMOs, we know how to look up stats and find out how everybody is. The first thing everybody's going to do is inspect, and they're going to be like, "Oh, he didn't spec into that, so nope, don't go play with somebody else." And they're just going to do that.
I don't,
So-
but I'm not feeling elitism from this community.
I don't
I'm
either,
not feeling that level.
But it just happens. It
But,
just
okay, but
happens.
boom, here's another thing too. I'm gonna push back a little bit. This is not the typical Trinity game either. I mean, we're gonna have enchanters, we're gonna have bards, you're gonna have druids, you're gonna have shaman. We've already talked about this. You could play shaman in this game and DPS. You literally could join a group.
Right.
You could off heal in DPS, right? You do not have to be the greatest DPS. The utility and the buffs and debuffs you bring are amazing. So maybe you're not the best DPS. So you might take, instead of I'm just using WoW terms for a second. So WoW is real easy to understand. Tank, healer, 3 DPS. So in WoW, what do? Well, take the best gear scored so-and-so. Well, maybe I'm tackling a dungeon in Pantheon. I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take 2 off tanks. I'm going to take a monk and a warrior. Neither one of them warrior could be a pure tank, but the monk is really a DPS class first, off tank second. And we're going to roll with an enchanter and a druid and a wizard, right? And so you can mix and match. And because you have such a diverse utility bring, every class, look at the ability list in Pantheon. I don't care if you're tank, DPS, or healer, or crowd control. You have a variety of utility spells you can bring. So I don't think it's going to be quite as Ask Mr. Robot,
Right.
as WoW. I just don't.
But
I think the game design lends itself to that.
The only reason I say
that,
I actually think the game design does, because it's hard. Anytime you say content is hard, and people are then going to say, well, it takes me, I mean, this is how this goes. They'll say how many seconds it takes per mob or how many minutes per mob. And they're going to want to try to minimize how many minutes per mob. I mean, there's going to be spreadsheets out there for that. They're going to say, with this comp, you can kill these mobs 30 seconds faster, which allows you to do everything this much faster in the whole game. Those people are going to be out there, and that's my only fear is let's say nobody here in this community is online right at the moment. I had a snow day and I'm all by myself and I'm out there in the world and I'm like, hey guys, I meet a new group of people and I'm like, hey, let's go kill this mob, and they look at me and they're like, all right, but they know it's going to take an extra 30 seconds to kill mobs and they're kind of like, ugh. What's this Arkai doing here with me? That's all I'm saying. It's kind of a weird scenario with some of this min-maxing stuff that drives me nuts.
I think Nathan mentioned this. I want to bring this up. And a lot of good comments are coming through chat from a lot of people. But I want to throw this out there. He said this. I think this is a very insightful statement. It's something that speaks to me. He's like, there's a lot of us gathering that won't be that way.
Yeah.
But they will be in Pantheon too. But many of us will just want to live in Terminus and accept people's playstyles. Really, that's what I've wanted from an MMO for about 8 years, to be honest with you.
Right.
I've just wanted a place I live and breathe, and I run into people, and if they're good, they're not jerks, and they're fun to be around, I will be okay, as you said, Boom, taking 5 extra seconds. Because here's the thing.
Yeah, I know I will, but
don't think that's bad. Here's the thing. If you tell me, oh, I'm sorry, Militus, you have to spend 5 extra seconds with these people that are all pro-social, caring, fun, and engaging.
Sure.
Well, damn, that's a really crappy problem to have for old Milla. Get me.
Right.
You broke
the internet, man.
Yeah, your computer just went.
Yeah, you broke the internet.
Your damn optic butt's rubbing off on my computer. Yeah, I will take that problem in a heartbeat.
Well, I definitely hope you're right. I just wish that my wish for the game is because I agree with everything you said. That's the world I want, and I think I just wish they could come up with a way to make min-maxing not a thing that I even think about. I literally want to go and pick things and do things based on what I feel like doing rather than what I have to do. And I'm worried that it always ends up min-maxed. And so that's where I'm just kind of like, I don't want one way to be the right way. And so I think we're agreeing, but I'm just a little pessimistic.
You said that's the world I want. So I'm going to get all sappy with you here for a second. Boom.
Okay. All right.
If that's the world you want, then you need to go make it happen. So you need to get on the servers, and you need to be patient with people, and you need not to demand those kind of things, and that rubs off. So if you really want that kind of a server population, if you want that kind of community in Pantheon, you have to help make it happen.
You have to be the change you want to see in others, right, Militus?
Exactly right.
Yeah, be the change. Yeah, that's
Hashtag Pantheon positivity.
Yeah. Be the change. Well, that sounds great, and utopian. So I love it. Let's go ahead and move on to our segment now. I want you guys to check the screen out for this one. Okay, check out the GIF I found for getting soft with the community, and let me.
I don't know if I want to see it. Hold on, it's about to pop up.
Okay, hold on.
I'm kind of worried.
I gotta get my.
Oh God! Oh my God!
Okay, let's see.
Take that off right now.
Oh, that's not the song. Where is the? Hold on here. I can't even find the. Oh, here it is. This is our Getting Soft song. There we go.
Turn it off.
You
turn
don't.
it off.
You don't like that? Yeah, it just kind of comes and goes. Yeah, it just kind of comes and goes.
No, leave it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that sound can only mean one thing. It's time to get soft.
Put it closer to this.
Get soft with the community.
Boom. Scoot it over towards.
No, I'm not looking anymore. So I don't know. I can't watch.
Can you make it to the left of her?
Yeah,
Nope,
yeah.
nope,
I don't know what's
nope,
going on with
nope.
it, but I don't even know what it is exactly, but I just like it. I like it. And this is how the channel gets banned. I like that. That's a great comment.
Yeah, we're gonna get banned. Take it down.
Banned for what? That's two vegetables touching.
It
I think.
looks so bad.
I think that's what that is. I don't know what that is.
I'm
What is
just gonna
that?
drink my beer.
I'm literally.
I'm just gonna go under.
Does
my
anybody
desk
know what
and
that is, by the way? I don't know what that is. I just
Scanner
typed.
Base
So,
said, I can't avert my gaze.
yeah. This is what's funny about this. All I did was go into Giphy and said soft. And then that little thing popped up. So there you go. So that's it. Getting soft with community. So we had a few things. We had a few things to get soft with. It looks like Nathan Napalm. He had a whole bunch of things come up this week. Tell us about all the dings that you just had in your computer.
Nathan had a bunch. He had a bunch, but the one that I thought, if watch them all, but if you just have a chance to watch one of his videos, my favorite last week was MMO Gamer's Too Spoiled to Enjoy Pantheon. And if you think that's where he's going, he's gonna flip you. And that sounds like you hear that and you think, oh, Nathan, really? You're gonna make that argument? But by the end of the video, I think you'll have a different perspective. So watch that. Really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Battle Axe Theater had player housing.
Yep, I saw that. Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
I like Battle Axe Theater. I like both of them. I watch Nathan, of course, all the time because he's so great. But I also like Battle Axe Theater. I really like.
Yeah, and we got Punk with us in the chat, and all I gotta say is I need to see more Punk like battling death. Whenever I first saw the Battle Axe Theater, I'm like, it's gonna be death, Punk to the death. But
yeah,
I've just seen Death running around with swords and kicking people.
Yeah, whenever you think of Battle Axe Theater, you think of Arkai.
Which Death I really like. I like it when you go off. But I'd like to see some more Punk in the video. Chris Kane had another voiceover, kind of a shorter one, but it doesn't matter with Chris Kane because his voice is so sexy.
Yeah.
It's Chris Kane.
Get soft.
Just getting soft with the community.
Getting soft.
So now that we're all disturbed by the voices and the imagery, go watch Chris Kane's video. Hijacks, our friend Hijack from Pantheon Plus, put out a video over the game tenet of Pantheon. So give that a watch. Pantheon Plus Minus and Hayah discussed the Ranger class. That was a really cool video. I know our good friend Art, my friend for WoW. If you have not watched that, go watch that. That's going to be his main class. And then for some reason, I don't know why, Minus had some interview with some gamer girl. No, it was Tess, and she did awesome.
Fun.
Did you have fun, Tess?
It was so much fun. And then after, so the interview lasted for like a half an hour, and then we stayed up until like 3 a.m. just talking about stuff. It was super fun. Yes.
Yeah, Minus does great. So
it was really good. It was really good. Yep, it was really good. I didn't get picked as your favorite.
No, nor did I.
I didn't pick anybody.
Yeah, she wouldn't pick us. Neither of us could meet her criteria. Boom.
No, I know it. I know it. That's
insufficient.
Okay. She also doesn't play.
My boys.
She also doesn't play Guild Wars 2 with us anymore, or call us when she's doing things or anything like that, or even text us during the week. It's all good. It's fine.
I hate you all.
Yeah, it's fine. You don't need to text me or anything. It's fine.
I hate you so much.
I'd probably bring beer. I'd probably bring beer over to your house.
I'm not gonna read it, but I think you need to read your friend Fragile's comment, Tess. I'll let you read it.
I don't know.
You need to scold Fragile.
I don't love any of you anymore. I take it all back.
Oh yeah.
Right now, my favorite is not you. My favorite is Esme. Esme, save me.
Getting soft.
It's still that damn gift creeping me out, man.
Yeah, that thing is actually really cool.
And I might have missed somebody. I missed you on purpose, but
There's a lot of
everything's
stuff going on.
Yeah.
This is a
and there's even
this is a
new
pretty
show.
active community for a game that's not out. You know what?
I'm going to highlight the new content creator when we come back. I can't remember his name. Guys, chick, and it's good.
Wait,
I promise
what?
I'll like it.
You're gonna highlight a new one, but when we come back next week, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't include him this time, but there is a new show out too, so I'll get him in there as well.
Well, you know what? There's just so many great content creators. It's really something. There's nothing you could possibly not know about Pantheon if you just spend a couple minutes. You go to Pantheon Plus and just scroll down there and read some things. You got it all. I was hoping to hear from Minus, by the way, from
he's
in Disney.
out of town.
I told him to. He's in Disney. I told him. I said, please call us from Space Mountain. Like my hope was he's in Space Mountain, and I wanted a live phone call from Space Mountain. That would be like podcasting breakthrough, groundbreaking kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that you win awards for. Kind of like my use of animated GIFs. That's a word.
You won awards at the Adult Film Festival with your gift.
Hey, it's just Giphy. Everybody can use that. You guys can send that to your significant other tonight. It doesn't matter.
Send that to your boss and see how it works out for you the next morning.
Just see how that goes.
We are changing Matt for the next show. It is not coming up again.
Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. All right, I think I had one for shout out. Did I have one for shout out? I guess I didn't.
Yeah, I certainly have one for shout out.
I don't have.
I want to throw.
I thought I had a. I thought I had an animated gift. An animated gift for the shout out, but I don't think I have one. It was equally disturbing. Oh well, I'll have to save it for next week. Well, let's go ahead then. Oh goodness, sorry everybody. I didn't mean to do that. Let's go ahead and we're gonna bring that. Yeah, sorry. Oh my goodness. That song it's time for shout outs. Militus, you got any shout outs? Whew, sorry.
I do. I have one big shout out to everyone in chat.
Yes.
Everyone in chat. Everyone listening to this podcast. This Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. You definitely want to be in Twitch to help the Voices of Terminus celebrate their 3 year.
3 years.
Wow.
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
Cow.
I'm gonna be there.
I didn't know if we'd make it 3 episodes. They made it 3 years. So wow,
amazing.
Big shout out to them. Yeah,
that's amazing. 3 years. That's awesome. That's awesome. Tess, you got any shout outs?
Just a chat because they are just cracking me up today. Every time I look over, I'm like, oh my
amazing.
God. We have the best community. This is so much fun. But so shout out to you guys. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Yeah, I'm especially shout out to Raina for I missed you.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yes. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
Glad to see you back.
I want to shout out to Bob, who assures me this RV will do 75 miles an hour all day long.
At least for the first 5 miles. It'll do 75 miles.
No, he told me. He's like, this thing will roll down the hill or roll down the mountain at 75 all day long. So there we go. So I'm hoping. Who knows what I might find, guys, when I go down there. So on Saturday, I'll tweet out a live video of me picking up the RV. Maybe if anybody wants to follow me at BoomTap Live, I will do a little live tweet of the RV, and I'm gonna drive it back from Wyoming into Denver, where I'm going to clean the chipmunks out of it and whatever else is living inside of it. And I'm going to make it into my home for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Yes, it's gonna be pretty fantastic.
3 weeks. 3 make it 4.
Who knows? I have about 6 weeks dedicated to the trip, so I can go as long as 6 weeks. But I'm planning on kind of. We'll just see how it goes. I don't know how the planning is gonna go. I don't know how the family's gonna do. I don't know how the RV's gonna do. There's a lot of unknowns here. But I do want to see a SpaceX launch. That's one of my goals. I want to see something launch. I want to meet some people. I'm going to talk to people at these RV parks, and I'm going to get a crossbow. So there you have it. All right, guys. Well, everybody, I want to say thank you to Jeremy W at oakproduction.com for the beautiful music that you're hearing. But other than that, folks, we've got nothing else for you tonight. We are all spent. And we are out.
Yeah, spent like that eggplant gif.